folks, looking up the river. It's pretty foggy. Starting to clear off. Later. Alright, I got Squirrel Man some watermelon to try for the first time. And as usual, his kiwis. 4 of them will last him a couple days. He's such a hog. But we're going to cut this up and I'll show you first time Squirrel Man eating this. Later. Look, somebody's got a mess up here while I was at the store. I gave him some peanuts and I'm going to have to get the shop back. But look here. You going to try this? What is that, buddy? You like watermelon? Is watermelon delicious? I knew he'd love it. Look at him. Look at this good boy. Here, buddy. Get it over there off the edge. Now, I'm not going to take it. You hear him? He was like making squirrel noises at me. He thought I was going to take it. I think somebody might prefer this to kiwi. Is that good, buddy? You can say whatever you want. I should let this old boy go. Whatever. He's way better off being a pet. You know, I'd like to let him go, but look up life expectancy for a squirrel online. Type that in. 12 months. 11 to 12 months in the wild. So he's going to live a nice life here and, you know, be fed well and be taken care of. So you're a good boy, Squirrel Man. What a handsome boy. Here, get your stuff. You want some more? What? He's licking me. I like you too. I like you too, buddy. I like you too. You giving me kisses? Huh, buddy? Alright. You want some more of this? You'll have some more, I knew it. He was liking that. Probably tastes pretty good, ain't it, for the first time, buddy? Alright, folks, I'm going to the river. I got a hot spot. I probed it out last night, did a little sifting, found a couple breaking points, and with the amount of flint that was in my screen, I can just pretty much call it. I'm going to find at least something if I stay a couple hours, so that's where we're going. Later. Alright, I've been sifting down there for at least 45 minutes straight, and I mean, in 45 minutes I can sift, you wouldn't believe it, at least over a truckload. And I didn't walk this stretch above where I pulled in. I walked the opposite direction. I come up here, I got it marked here with a stick. It looks like it has some damage, but there's an artifact laying right here. See it right here, it's worked. Looks like it has a tip ding. Let's see what we got. It's a Mississippian point. It's a little triangle. It's a shame the tip's going on that. You can see, look at these fire pits exposed. Well, I got a point already. You know, you guys said you wanted to see these broken ones. I wouldn't even include this in a video. See, there's a flake of green. There's potential right in here. You can see there's not a lot. There's fire rock and stuff coming out, and there's a point. So, and look at all of this. The water went down. This place has been just beat up though. Where I sifted, I struggled to find a handful of flint. But I'll get back if I see anything else in here. This will probably be it. I usually don't find more than a few things here laying out ever, so if I find another smoker or something, it's going to be a shock. Usually in my sifter here. Later. There's a piece of pottery with high-grade Flint Ridge flakes all through it. Look at that big flake right there. Flint tempered pottery right on this site with these bird point people that are making Flint Ridge points. This is bird point people pottery. Almost all of it is tempered with jewel grade Flint Ridge. Right there it is. There's thousands of pieces in it. Most of them are just the size of grains of sand, but there's a bigger one right there. I have to get that in the boat so that stays on there. That is cool. Later. Well, it never fails. This is turning into an everyday occurrence. Right there on my shovels and nutting stand. Dug it out right back in here. Right where I found one the other day. Oh, man, I can feel the hole on the other side. This is just worth a day. Look at how nice that hole is. Now look at this. Oh, folks. Look how stained up it is from laying in that muck. That black and stuff on it. Look at that nice smoking stone. That's just beautiful. If you wanted a nutting stone, right there's one perfect to set with in like a display case, like on a shelf. Perfect one for your collection. There's no plow dings in it because of where I found it. It's just awesome. You know, where are you gonna go find one of these? Unless you're digging hard all day and pry them off the base clay. These are destroyed in cornfields. That piece that I found, that grooved loafstone, is made of sandstone. Most of those are made of soft materials, steadite and stuff like that. That would have never made it in a cornfield. No chance. Would have been exploded the first time the disc run through it. I'm lucky I can look these places. You just see everything that's here, except, you know, the bone and all that stuff's gone. Anything that's stone is going to survive, and it's going to be in pristine condition if it was lost like that. I'm trying to get it quick right when it comes out of the bank. And I rubbed up all on this crap. You see what that is, poison ivy. Probably have that all over me. I usually have it full all year round, because in the winter I'm grabbing roots and stuff, and it'll be these roots, and I'll have it all over me in December. Later. I said you wanted to see the breaks, and this is probably one of these little bird points. Look at that tip. It might be a Mississippian triangular, but man, lightly serrated, just expertly made, but busted. I told you I found a lot of breaking points. This stuff usually gets cut, but you know, I know that's worth seeing for a lot of you. Man, that would have been a smoker. It's just razor sharp. That's a shame that's broke. Wow, look at that. Well, anyway, I'll get back on my next one later. Hold on here. Look here. Look at this. Look at this turtle face. I'm not gonna hurt you, buddy. Now calm down. You're getting all aggressive for no reason. Look how pretty he is. I see that kind of stuff all the time. But anyway, yeah, it's a shame that the base is off this. This would have been a month maker. Look at this Flint Ridge serrated bird point. That would have been a video right there. The base is snapped off. Would have been a beautiful point. Look at just the workmanship on that. I mean, it'll just be like, hold on. You can probably see it right there. Yeah, it's just a piece of ice. Piece of ice. Man, too bad. Later. Alright, here's the nutting stone from today. Both holes on both sides. And here's one from the previous day on the same beach. I bet you the same guy made both of these and was truing up his antler billets in this, holding them in each hand with his billet in the other, sitting there making the arrowheads that I'm finding. Just don't know what types. That'd be rough to put these with as many types of points as I'm finding there, but it's pretty awesome. If you watch my videos on a regular basis, I've found more than these I know than you've ever seen this year. Find one every trip. I usually don't even show it. I just show the nice ones. These are dandies, folks. Later. Just harness off. I just got back. I'm exhausted. I mean, if you could pile up the dirt that I've sifted in the last week and show it, no one would even believe it. Wouldn't even be worth doing it. But see, right there, that point on that piece of pottery, that's a piece of translucent gem quality Flint Ridge flint that's tempered into this piece of pottery. You can see more of it right there. I love finding stuff like this. This is the pottery, the way it was being made in the northern panhandle of West Virginia by the people that were making the Riverton points. It's the same material the points are made from. I looked at this microscopically, the other pieces that I found in that area, and it's the same Flint Ridge flint. When you look at stuff microscopically, you're sure. When you say it's Flint Ridge flint, you're sure it's Flint Ridge flint. You can tell what's associated looking at the stuff under magnification. You just can. And this is very interesting with that much flint packed in this. And I got it home with that piece still, and I'm going to go get this in a raker case, because with the bird points, you want to keep this stuff together, and you want to show it on your channel and show all the associated material that you think is associated in time together. it's going to help people out in the future. In 200 years, people aren't going to be finding too much of this stuff, even on the river. These are the glory days, and there's only a limited supply of this stuff. Alright, I had to show you this. Look at the color on that. That's Flint Ridge. White and red. It's just sick. I got this in the screen. This is bird point, people, and hopefully I can get, that's what the whole, I'll dig here all day. I'll dig here 10 hours for one of these bird points made out of Flint Ridge. It's perfect and awesome. And that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to go as hard as I can for as long as I can to find one of them. If those flakes are here, something nice is here. Later. Alright, you guys said you wanted to see some of this broke stuff. Right here. Get a hold of my pants here, sorry. I ripped them. But right there's a Flint Ridge bird point. And it has one of them little micro tips on it, but it's broke. And right here in the same screen's a green shirt, like square knife. It's a crude one, but it's what it looks like. Preform or something, some kind of knife. But I'm finding stuff, nothing real good yet. See, there's a flake. Take that. But I have the potential. See, right there's a heartbreaker. I told you I find a lot of broken points. Look at that flint. But that's an Amos, and that would have been a month maker at least. Look how nice. Crooksville chert with an orange spot on it, snapped in half. Later. Look, I barely got anything in this screen. But look at this. There's lots of, this is a nice, real high quality flint flake lancet. Looks like Coshocton. A broken point in this just in minutes. Alright, right here is a hematite hammer stand. You can see how it's all beat up. They would have used this. It's real heavy. It's real heavy. It just straight iron, but it's all beat up, and they use this to spall river cobbles. It's pretty cool. Take it later. Look at that tugboat out there pulling that barge with all that big oil and gas machinery on it. That would be, these are oil pads, I think. Huge oil pads for the fracking industry. There it is. Later, folks. Alright, look down here. I walked by this a little bit ago, I would say. No boats have been by or nothing. And I'm right back by my kayak. And I started looking this line. It could have eroded out, but I bet you it was visible. There's an artifact laying right in front of me, and it fooled me because there's all kinds of this in here. There's like limestone gravel that is modern, that was brought in here and dumped over the bank, and just a little bit of it, but it comes down here and it confuses me sometimes. But right here's something, and it looks like a drill laying in the water right there. Let me get a picture of it and I'll come back and pick it up. It's what it looks like, unless it's a flake knife. You can see it there. It looks like the base, and that looks like the drill. I can't tell, but let me get a picture later. Alright, man, this is the same place I just found that broken Amos point, which it would have been just one of the top 50 of all time, and I have, you see how many I have. You go back and watch the videos. But this is like 30 yards down the shore. You see all this cracked up, burn up fire rock. Right here's another piece. There's flint all in here. It's a good place to sift. But right here, let's pick it up. It is a drill. And it's pretty nice material. It's kind of crude, but I'll take it. That ain't bad. Look at that. It almost looks like, I'd say it's a river cobble, but it's nice enough. It could be Flint Ridge. It's not translucent, but it's got some peach in it here and a lightning line across it here. You know that's not bad when you can find a drill. I'm pretty pleased with that. I'd have been really pleased if that Amos would have been whole. It just ain't bad. You know, you've seen me find drills that are 100 times nicer than this, but this is not bad. Well, anyway, later, folks. Alright, right in here where I found the flint drill, you can see, even where I've scraped, there's this limestone stuff. That's what I thought that drill was, but that's dumped in here in the last 20 years. This stuff's ancient. And look at this. I don't have to flake nothing off here. There's no let me get this up. I'm gonna have to get pictures of this, but that looks like a steel well or a fish spear made of Coshocton flint right there in the middle of the screen. Look at that bad boy, folks. That's a day maker. I don't feel as bad that Amos point's broke now, but man, folks, that Amos point would have been nice. It's dried out because it's out of the water in my in my pocket in my thing here, and it's getting them real orange spots on it. Oh, but look at that, right in the middle of the screen. And here's the fire rock, and you know, man, that looks odd. You know that weight that I found? I find lots of stones like this on these sites. I might take that one, that look like they could be them. They're just not grooved. You know, there's a lot of these that could very well be that. But let me get a picture of this and then I'll be back later. Alright, this was laying right in there, but the picture wasn't good. You couldn't really see what it was, so I moved the point there. I originally first saw it in the screen right there, but I guess it really doesn't matter. But you can see that's a fish spear. I've picked it up. It's really beautiful. It's really nice. It's a day maker. It's made of classic Coshocton flint, chert from Coshocton County, Ohio, in central Ohio. It's perfect. It looks like it was used as a little knife. You can see that's all worked around there. It's got a beautiful classic fish spear base on it. It's kind of got that fish spear cross section, and it's completely polished smooth. And it's got like nice white in the base. That's a pretty point. And it's a classic for the fish spear type. I'll show it in a book that dates it, and you know, it's like early to middle archaic, I believe. So we'll see in the book. Later, folks. I got another really nice artifact. I already picked it up. That looks like a flake right there. Nah, it's stone. But right here, it's an end scraper. I thought it was a flake. Man, it's a nice one. It's got that little, all of these Amos ones have, see how that has that barb on one side? Look at the flint with the lightning line in it. Beautiful thumb scraper. And these would have been hafted into like a bone or wood handle. And you can see that lip on it and how it's worked. Was been used to scrape hides, and I think a lot of them were used for woodworking tools too. This is a nice one, and it's Amos. It's Amos culture. This is right in where I sifted them points the other day. I came back to walk it because I dug, and this is something that I missed. Right there's something I missed. That's a flake tool. There isn't any doubt. Some kind of, you know, just a common thing on these sites. But man, nice wash anyway. Can't get everything. Right there's a couple artifacts. Later. Alright, I'm scraping in here. You guys said you wanted to see more stuff. It's what the screens look like. This is Indian campfire rock. All this other stuff's just basic river gravel. See how it's different. It's red and fired. There's a flake of flint. And right here's a piece of Indian pottery. And see how it looks. These little holes are where the shell tempered stuff's leached out. The shell's just gone. All it's left's the clay. Later.